Hi, so I decided to do another car vlog because I have absolutely nothing to do in the car since I just came back from bringing my daughter back to her apartment. She she would she was with us. We had a long weekend. She came for the long weekend, so I was really happy to see her. I just left her at her apartment, and now I have. Oh well, I did an hour drive listening to stuff. Now I want to take a break of listening stuff, so I thought, well, hey, why not do a car vlog? It's Tuesday, and we're at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so there's barely anybody, and so I thought, why not? And I wanted to talk about something that I found that I can't really explain to myself, really. And it's about our children growing up and leaving the house. What they call empty nesting, kids. So I have 3 kids. My oldest is going to be 21. My daughter, which she is in the middle, she's going to be 18 in a few months. And my youngest one is going to be 15. And my oldest one still lives with us, because the pricing of apartments are insane, and there's no need for him to move out anyway, unless he would want to, but he doesn't seem to be he doesn't seem to want to go out, be in an apartment in the near future, I don't think. And that's good. I mean, we won't kick him out of the house, obviously. And my daughter is out of the house because she's studying outside of the city, and obviously my youngest is at home. But I wanted to talk about the fact that my daughter left. It's very, very bizarre to me, because she left. She was only 17, and she left when she left the house, and I didn't really have time to prepare for that, because she was living with us, obviously. Like, I'll take my oldest as an example, because it's going to be easier for me to explain, I think. My oldest graduated school, and he started his own company. And very gradually, he started to do his own thing, still living at the house, but gradually we would see less of him at the house because of his work, mostly because of his work. Because since he has his own company, it's not like 9 to 5 and then he's back home. So, and he doesn't always eat dinner with us, he let us know, but and that came very gradually. But my daughter was really abruptly. She was at home and then she left. Like one day, and then the next she had left for a long period of time. Well, actually for probably forever, because what she wants to do, there's not a lot of option in our region. So I don't think she will be coming back to live in the same city as us. So she really left, and she was kind of young, so I didn't get to gradually get used to the fact that she wasn't there in the house. And I have to say that my daughter, she's an extrovert. Let's say that. And my 2 other sons are really introvert more. So a little bit calmer. My youngest one can be very out there, but she's really expressive. She would bring a lot of life in the house. when she comes back to the house. And so when she left, it went really quiet. And I had a hard time with that. But what I wanted to say is that when you start thinking you want to have kids, you do not think, and I had 3, and for all 3, I never thought of they will leave eventually. Like they will leave the house. I know it's gonna happen, but the thought of it never crossed my mind. As a parent, you want your kids to have their lives, obviously. You want them to be independent and everything. But well, anyway, I did, and I'm pretty sure all parents did. Well, most of them anyway. Invest so much time. You never think about the time they will leave and how you will feel. Or you do, think of it, but you're never really prepared for them to leave the house, really. And so I have mixed feeling about that. I have mixed feeling about the fact that my daughter left, because my other 2 kids didn't leave yet. So I know it's gonna happen, but I think it's not gonna be as a shock for my oldest, because it went gradually. And my daughter was really abruptly compared to what my son will be. When my son will leave, I think I will be more prepared because it went gradually. But my daughter, I have so much feeling about that, because I'm really super happy for her. It's something that she talked about wanting to do for pretty much her whole life. She was accepted in that college that she wanted, and she is absolutely killing it. She's having good grades. She has friends. She's having fun. Everything is going well. Got to touch wood because I don't want to jinx her or jinx myself. So, but everything is going great. But at the same time, I'm feeling so sad for me. It's like I'm grieving her departure, like her moving out. It's like it's like I'm grieving it. And some days I have a really hard time not accepting it, because I do accept it, and I understand that it's what is natural and healthy for kids to do, to be leaving the house. But I was close to my daughter. Yeah, I was very close to my daughter. And that closeness has, I wouldn't say disappeared, because I'm sure if she comes back for long term, it would be like we would just be at the same place. And she still calls me and texts me. We keep in touch, but it's not the same. It's not the same as living with her, It's getting easier, a lot easier actually. I'm getting used to her being there, not being at home. But at the beginning, I had when she told me, because sometimes for her classes, she needed to stay during the weekend to see plays, because she studies in theater. So she needed to see plays for some of her classes, one of her classes, I think. Anyway, otherwise, if she didn't go see the play, she would have to write an essay. Obviously, who wants to write an essay? Not my daughter, anyway. So she would have to stay. At first, I was not happy with that. I was not like, I would tell her that I was sad that she was not coming home. But then I felt guilty telling her I was sad that she was not coming home because I didn't want to make her feel bad, because that was actually not the point. It's just because I felt, and one time I felt bad, telling her that I missed her and that, she didn't come home. And yeah. But then I told her that like I felt bad telling her this, that I missed her and everything. But then I said, like, she says, well, and then I said to her that I was sorry. But as a mother, I found it very difficult. Even though I knew it was, like, I know it's normal and it's healthy, and that's what I want her to do, actually, because that's everything she wanted, and it's not my life, it's her life, And I said, I'm sorry, but that was at the beginning. I said, I need time to get used to this, because we were together pretty much all the time before. She went to school in our city. All of my children, I was able to go bring them to school and go get them to school. That's what they wanted, because they could have taken the bus. I've never forced them for me to go get them. They wanted to, like, I'm not that controlling. But I told her I need time to get used to this. It's hard for me because, you bring them to life, and as soon as they come out, well, actually, even when they're in you, like even when you're pregnant with them, you start caring for them, making sure you have a good nutrition, doing exercise, having doctor's appointments to make sure the baby's growing well, and and when they're born, you make sure that they're, receiving the attention, the love, the, security, the everything, the food, everything. That's your life, actually, when you become a parent. Anyway, for me, my kids were my life. Maybe that was not a good thing, because I really dove into parenthood big time. Like, I loved it. There was difficult times, don't get me wrong, and there still is difficult times, and there will be difficult times ahead, I'm sure. But it's something that I really, really, really enjoyed, was parenting, being a mother. I really, really appreciated it. So I gave my 120% for them. My children were they still are, but they were my number one priority on my list. And now it's just, that's it. I gotta let go. She's out of here. I know she needs me for some stuff, but not as much as if she would have when she lived in my home, Now she takes care of her, and that's fine. I'm really happy that she's able to do that, and she's doing great. But it's like black and white. Like, it's such a how do you go? Like a separation, a radical separation that I lived with my daughter, that sometimes I have hard days. Holy crap. And I tell myself that it's normal that I have these feelings, and that it's normal that she wants to live her own life. Obviously, that's what I wanted anyway when I was younger, and I left my parents' home. I didn't leave the city though, but anyway, so I don't know how you, as a parent, as a mother or father, and if you have kids that left the home Do you have times that you find it more difficult than others? It's getting easier. I'm happy about that, because before I had this big, like at the beginning when she came for the weekend and she left for the week, I had this big emotion, like I was crying all the way back home. I couldn't hold it in. Yeah, but not anymore. I don't have that ball of emotion anymore. You know, that it's like a knot that you have in your stomach or heart, you know, it's tight, and I find it hard sometimes. Easier than at the beginning, but still I find it hard. I just find that situation of parenthood, we don't really think about that when we decide to have children. That's not what we think of, that separation. Like, yeah, it's like it's a sharp separation. That's how I feel. It's like shunk, they're off. Even with my oldest, he's still at home. But when he will leave, if he leaves eventually, I'm sure he will eventually leave. Now it's just not feasible for young people to leave their parents' house. The housing situation is insanely difficult. Either you can't find a suitable place, or if you do, it's like way too expensive. But when my oldest one will leave the house, I will be sad, but he will be older as well. You know, he's gonna be 21, so she was 17. I find that young. Or maybe it's just me that I see them still young. But anyway, so I know I'm probably not the only one feeling this way about kids leaving the house. Let me know how you feel about your kids leaving the house. Let me know in the comment. Otherwise, I will continue my way back home. I have 44 minutes to go. That's nice. That went well. And yeah, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.